Good morning, everyone, and I'm truly honored to be able to speak today at the Microsoft User Group Ghana event. So today we are discussing the theme careers in cloud and Microsoft certifications. So this is something that truly really resonates with me. In fact, my personal journey, which led me to starting a YouTube channel last year, mirrors the principles that can be leading in helping us to have a fulfilling careers in cloud, in IT, and within the Microsoft space. Today, I want to talk to you about something that goes beyond certifications or technical skills. It is something that has the potential to shape not just your career in IT or in cloud computing, but it has the potential to shape your entire approach to life. My name is Wilfred Andrew Delame. I am a community member of the Microsoft User Group, and I'm also a Microsoft Certified Professional. And this is just a synopsis of my resume. You can follow me on LinkedIn, and you can see other certifications that I have. Today, I'm going to speak on the topic Start with Why. Part 1, my journey with the Golden Circle. So it was actually in 2020 when I found myself thinking about a, a way that I could do something that will outlive me. So I was thinking on other things, like starting a business and just thinking about a whole lot of other things that I could possibly do. And then I ended up deciding to start a YouTube channel in 2020. But then, like many people, if you decide to do something, you tend to focus on what you need to do. So I thought about I need to get some cameras, I need to get some microphone, editing software, and other accessories and gears that I would need for my YouTube channel. And then what happened was I found myself stuck in a loop. And this loop had to do with the fact that I would tell myself, okay, once I get this particular lighting, because I need a 3-point lighting system. So once I get the 3 lights, then I will start my YouTube channel. And then I will acquire those lights. And then I will say, oh, I need this microphone. This microphone sounds better. It will has noise cancellation. So this will work much better. So I got that microphone. And then I said, oh, maybe I need a good webcam. So I found myself stuck in this loop of continuously gathering and acquiring equipments that I needed to start my YouTube channel with. And this happened in 2020. So you can imagine. So I found myself in this loop, like I said, trying to just get more gear. And this is a kind of loop that when you read the book, Start with Why, it is referred to as the what and how trap. But then as I reflected on things that I was doing at the time, then I had a turning point in my reflection. And the turning point came when I remembered that in the first quarter of 2017, I had read this book called Start with Why. And I remember before reading this book, I had listened to the TED Talk because there's a TED Talk that he did and Simon did before publishing his book. I remember back in 2017, that was the third most viewed TED Talk on YouTube at the time in 2017 when I listened to it. And then I went to my local library and I got the book and I read the book. And what I learned from the book is this idea called the golden circle. So the golden circle is a concentric circle, three circles. And in the book, Simon Sinek wrote about the principle of why, how, and what. And he referred to those three as the golden circle. Most time when you want to do something, you tend to think from the viewpoint of what is very clear to you, and you move towards something that is the aspect of what you want to do that is not clear. For example, in my case, when I wanted to start the YouTube channel, so I would think about what equipment do I need? What computer do I need? Those kind of things. So I was starting from thinking about what I need. And then the next thought was, okay, how am I going to edit the video? So I need to learn how to edit. But when you read the book, you will find out that you need to make that flip in your mind. So instead of going from outside to in, you should rather go from in to out. So instead of starting with what you need and how you're going to go about implementing what you want to do, you should rather start with why you want to do that in the first place. So you will notice that your why has to do with your purpose. So you're asking yourself questions that why do I want to do this thing? What is the cause? Or what do I believe? So those are questions that you have to ask yourself in order for you to define your why. And then once you have your why written down and very clear to you, then the next thing is to think about how, which has to do with the process. So that will be how do you want to do what you want to do, specific actions that you need to take in order for you to realize your why. And then the what would just be the result. So what do you do? And also the proof or the result that will show from your why will become your what. So when I reflected on this book, then I decided to mentally make that switch in my mind. So my why. So for me, I decided that I was going to start a YouTube channel. But so this is me sitting in 2023, reflecting on how in 2020 I had this dream of starting this YouTube channel. But it has been 3 years and I haven't even started my YouTube channel yet. So I decided now to focus on my why. And then I realized that I wasn't just starting my YouTube channel to share technical content, because I realized my why was much deeper than that. I wanted to start a YouTube channel to help just one person. And my goal was to help that person to learn, to grow, and to be able to navigate complex technologies, especially with things that I know. and wanted to share, like Windows Server, like with the Microsoft ecosystem that I'm familiar with. And I have other backgrounds like in HP and Dell and Lenovo and Sun Microsystems, but I just wanted to focus just on Microsoft for start. And then eventually, as the YouTube channel grew, the plan was to bring in other technologies, but I just wanted to start with just Microsoft. So I wanted that person that I will be talking to, I wanted to empower that person through education, through simple step-by-step guide on how to do things so that the knowledge can become accessible to them. So once I was able to clearly write down my why, it was easier now for my what to fall into place. So I decided now to take actions. So having a clear why, I finally started my YouTube channel on August 11, 2023. And then I even realized that to get started with the YouTube channel, I didn't even need the perfect gear or the perfect setup because I had defined my why. I had a purpose for why I was doing what I wanted to do. And I kid you not, I ended up starting my YouTube channel just with my laptop with OBS software, which is an open source software that does screen recording and a microphone. So those were the three things that I use to start recording my video and publishing it. So all of the equipment that I got, I haven't used them yet. They are still in my house in boxes. But because I didn't start with why, I was fixated on what I needed to get and the things that I needed to do. But once that why was clearly written out and I knew the purpose for which I wanted to start the channel, it was just easy to start the channel from there. So so that's my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to it, you can feel free to subscribe after this presentation. Just go to YouTube, search for Carl Lewis Academy, and subscribe. And a little bit about the name of my YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel is in memoriam of my maternal grandmother. Her name was called Louise Danswa. So my grandmother sacrificed everything for myself and my siblings and my cousin for us to be able to go to school. So she was someone who was selfless. And because she did all of those things, I felt that I should honor her by naming my YouTube channel after her. And also, most importantly, to make everything on it to be free, like the videos and the courses that I will eventually create, they are going to be free. That's why you see at the very top is that education should be free. And that's something that I truly believe in and is what I stand by for the YouTube channel. So how can we connect the golden circle to careers in cloud? Your career, why in the cloud? So sometimes it is easy to focus on certifications that we need or to focus on gaining specific skills. But the question I want you to ask yourself right now is, have you thought about why you are pursuing a career in the cloud? Is that a question that has come to your mind? Or maybe if you haven't thought about it, maybe we can brainstorm a few examples that will help us to be able to come up with our why we are starting a career in cloud, and more specifically, why we are pursuing Microsoft Azure related and cloud certification. So maybe you have the idea of being innovative, right? Or perhaps your why could be to help use technology and make it accessible for people from different walks of life. Or maybe your why could be using cloud solutions to help businesses to achieve new heights. So those are few whys that you can come up with. So once you understand why, then choosing the right certification and skills become much clearer. Because when it comes to Microsoft Azure, you can either become a DevOps engineer or an Azure administrator, solution architect. You can go into platform and power platform. You can go into security or cybersecurity or artificial intelligence, machine learning. There are so many different career paths that you can pursue in Azure. So instead of overwhelming yourself with what you can do or what not to do, first start with why. Because once you define your why, that will help you to choose a career path. So it will put you in a position where you are not just chasing trends or technologies. Maybe you spoke to a friend and say, oh, right now DevOps is popular. Everyone is talking about DevOps. Then you jump into DevOps. Tomorrow you see another person and say, oh, Power Platform is popular right now. Then you jump into that. No, you don't want to be in such a position. So you want to define your why. And then once you define your why, it will help you to align your learning path with your why. And then also, what that will do is it will give you a sense of purpose that will help to drive you forward, even when challenges arise. Because it does get difficult sometimes. Like for me, I'm married, I have 4 children, I have a full time job. So juggling with all of these things, and I have church activities that I do and other engagement, and I also do YouTube and recording and all of those things. So it can get really busy in no time, right? And then I'm also currently I'm preparing for the Azure Administrator exam. So if you don't have a sense of purpose, then it becomes difficult for you to be able to make time for the various things that are happening within your life. So starting with why, I can't stress that enough, is so important. How can certification fit into your why? With the different Microsoft certifications that I mentioned, like Azure Administration, Azure Architect, Azure Cybersecurity, and Azure DevOps, and just various cloud-based credentials like we have AWS Cloud, we have GCP, and various technologies that are out there. All of these technologies and all of these certifications can be powerful too. But one thing I want you to keep in mind is that those certifications should not be your end goal. They are tools for you to achieve your why, and they should not be your end goal. So the how you will go about achieving those certifications becomes your journey. Whether you do that through study projects, whether projects are work or self project or practical experience, maybe you are already within the field of cloud technology, your how to go about that will become your journey. But that's something my colleague Rachel will talk about in the net. She's the next speaker. She will talk about how to prepare for Microsoft certification. So I will leave that how for her to handle. My focus will just be on why. So I can take a look at my own example with my YouTube journey. So like I said, when I created my YouTube channel and I started creating content for it, my focus was not just on explaining technical details and spitting out facts, but my focus was on how I can use the knowledge I have to help someone become more confident with their IT skills. So that was how I was able to connect my why with my YouTube channel. And I feel that that's how you can also stay connected with your why. As I bring this talk to an end, I want to ask you some questions. So as you think about your careers in the cloud or with certification that you are currently pursuing or planning to pursue, I want you to take a step back and ask yourself, why am I doing this? What is my purpose behind these certifications? Because when you are able to nail that down, your why, it will give you a deeper reason and a deeper purpose for pursuing the path you want to pursue. And everything that comes after, like how you will go about it and what you need to do, all of those things will become easier to manage because you will have a reason why you have to stay up late in the night. Like for me, when my children are sleeping, I wake up sometime 1 a.m. when the place is quiet, record my YouTube video, edit it, and upload it on my channel. And I go back to bed. And I have to be up by 6 a.m., make breakfast, get ready, and drive an hour to work. You will find time to be able to do all of those things in spite of your basic schedule once you have your why and once you know your why and once that is clear to you, that would just motivate you to continue to move forward. So whether you are starting your cloud journey today or you have recently started or you're seasoned professional IT professional, leading with your why will not only keep you motivated, but it will also inspire other people around you. And then what will happen is that will become a ripple effect that will transform not just your career, but your company or the organization you work for, and even the world at large. So thank you very much for your time today. And I hope that my journey inspires you to connect with your own why and also use that as a compass to navigate your cloud careers and Microsoft certifications. I'll leave you with this closing thought. Remember, success is not just about what you achieve, it is about the purpose driving you forward. Start with why. Thank you very much.